Walaupun berdepan dengan pelbagai cabaran, dengan kesabaran dan daya ketahanan, kita boleh mengubah setiap cabaran menjadi peluang baru untuk berkembang.
Kami tidak takut untuk mengejar minat sendiri. Dengan ilmu dan kemahiran yang sesuai, kita pasti akan berjaya. Kita akan terus maju dan membuka potensi digital Malaysia sambil memajukan ekonomi kita sendiri.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you Google for inviting me to deliver the keynote address at today's Grow with Google event. During this challenging period, Malaysians have shown remarkable resilience as we evolve, adapt and pivot with the changing situation brought about by the pandemic. We have seen how the digital economy and technologies are crucial in helping businesses stay afloat, allowing students to continue learning, job seekers to continue upskilling through online courses, and families to stay connected. According to a study by AlphaBeta, digital transformation can potentially create up to 257 billion ringgit in annual economic value to Malaysia by the year 2030 if leveraged fully. Ladies and gentlemen, we must capture this digital opportunity. It will not only be critical for Malaysia as we forge ahead with our economic recovery efforts, but also to secure Malaysia's future economic resilience. We are therefore committed to achieving this with the My Digital initiative, which sets its sights on transforming Malaysia into a technologically advanced, digitally driven nation and a regional digital economy leader by the year 2030. We aim to create a better, more inclusive digital economy future for every Malaysian. By accelerating the growth of the digital economy through My Digital, we expect it to contribute to 22.6% of Malaysia's GDP by the year 2025. For the rakyat, this means about 500,000 new jobs by the year 2025. For businesses, there will be more opportunities to build and expand with digital revenue streams to increase cost efficiency through cloud technology. We aim to see 875,000 SMEs embracing digital e-commerce by the year 2025. For our society, we seek to bring 80% of government services online by 2025. As a digitally enabled government will improve efficiency, effectiveness, and transparency. Ladies and gentlemen, we are committed to moving towards a digital Malaysia by the year 2030, but we cannot do this alone. We believe in the importance of public-private partnership. The private sector must be equal partners in driving My Digital so we can achieve our digital economy goals. On our part, the government will be a catalyst, creating a facilitating policy environment so that the private sector can bring the necessary capital and skills for digital transformation. Google has been a committed industry partner in advancing Malaysia's economic recovery and our digital economy vision. For example, Google's flagship skilling program, Mahir Digital Bersama Google, provides free training for MSMEs to help them grow their businesses online. This was especially vital in 2020 when businesses had to pivot online to survive. Since the program was launched in 2019, more than 15,000 Malaysians have benefited from it. We encourage similar initiatives from the private sector. Indeed, My Digital requires a whole-of-nation approach from both the public and private sector to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward, it is my hope that the My Digital initiative will set Malaysia on the path to capture the digital economy opportunity and benefit our rakyat, businesses, and our broader society. With that, I would like to turn the floor over to Mark Wu, Managing Director of Google Malaysia. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, YB, for inspiring all Malaysians on how together we can achieve an accelerated and sustainable recovery for our country. Echoing YB, Malaysians face 2020 with courage and a readiness to innovate, especially micro and small medium businesses who have been swift to adapt and pivot in accordance to the new norm. One example of a story of resiliency and creativity is Illiport. Illiport is a steamboat delivery business and was set up during the height of the pandemic. The owner of Illiport, who happens to be a YouTube creator and a celebrity chef, created the delivery business to address the need of her customers who are staying safe at home but craving for a meal of steamboat. To no surprise, all of us have turned to the internet to seek greater assurance and certainty to plan for the future. Chef Dave, who unfortunately lost his job during the pandemic, did not give up. A vegan advocate, Chef Dave decided to invest time in building useful content, entertaining content on his YouTube channel. And to encourage channel subscribers and viewership, he did something I've never seen before in the history of YouTube in Malaysia. He promoted his YouTube channel by distributing printed flyers to his neighborhood. And many of his neighbors were moved by his determination. And fast forward today, he has over 60,000 subscribers and is able to earn a living through YouTube Malaysia. In alignment with the government's My Digital initiative, and these inspiring stories have motivated us at Google to continue to help Malaysians to embrace the new normal and advance together. We will continue to build free and easy to use tools to help micro SMEs engage with their customers online. We are already working with esteemed partners like AirAsia and Nestle to help businesses of all sizes and professionals of all genders to make the most of technology to grow their business and their careers. And lastly, we want to contribute to growing the digital talent pool in the country. Across various MCOs imposed in the past 12 months, many retailers rely on e-commerce to stay afloat. That led to the industry growing at a fast pace, 87% year on year, making e-commerce in Malaysia the fastest growing in Southeast Asia. In light of this, we enable small retail businesses to list their products on Google Shopping for free. With more Malaysians turning to Google Search and Maps to find reliable information on products and services, we help drive over 44 million direct connections through Google. These customer-to-business connections include phone calls, requests for directions, messages, bookings, and reviews, including homepreneur like Sarah.
Ketika COVID-19 melanda di Malaysia, saya punya jualan memang agak drop sikit lah, kira jatuh lah. Saya tahu rakyat Malaysia ingin berbelanja dan menyokong perniagaan kecil-kecilan seperti Doh by Sarah Bakery, di mana saya hanya perlu sentiasa berhubung dengan mereka. Business profile di Google amat membantu. Bukan sahaja ia membantu mempromosikan kewujudan bakery saya di Google Search dan Google Maps, ia turut mempamerkan ulasan untuk menarik kepercayaan pelanggan terhadap Doh by Sarah Bakery. Pada awalnya saya menerima hanya 4 pesanan sahaja setiap bulan. Sekarang saya menerima lebih daripada 700 pesanan setiap bulan. Walaupun dengan situasi pandemik, saya berjaya membuka sebuah bakery tanpa sebarang bantuan pinjaman, dan perkembangan ini membolehkan saya menyokong dan menyumbang semula kepada yang memerlukan dengan memberi peluang pekerjaan kepada ibu tunggal dan juga komuniti OKU.
And to help more businesses like Sarah, this year we launched Local Opportunity Finder tool, which will give businesses a personalized suggestion for improvements to their business profile on Google. To create an annual economic value of approximately 260 billion ringgit by 2030, it's crucial that we help the micro SMEs in accelerating their digital adoption efforts. Because micro SMEs provide the most jobs in our country. And this means that when these businesses go online, whether that's through increased efficiency through cloud platforms or learning how to reach customers online more effectively, all of Malaysia, our economy will benefit. Now, my colleague Natalia will share more about the various training programs under Grow with Google to help micro SMEs to adopt digital tools. Over to you, Natalia.
Thank you, Mark. Home to 400 million internet users, Southeast Asia has a young, diverse, and increasingly affluent population that will define the future of digital ecosystems. That's also the case in Malaysia, where 60% of new internet users are from non-metro areas, demonstrating the strong potential of the country's digital economy as more and more people gain access to digital tools nationwide. However, many countries in the region, including Malaysia, face a shortage of digital talent. To address this challenge, we launched Grow with Google to provide people with the skills they need to either find a job, advance their careers, or grow their business online. Access to digital skills have become even more critical during the pandemic, with micro SMEs in Malaysia actively looking for ways to safeguard and strengthen their economic prospects. Last year, for instance, we observed a 67% increase in searches for how to start an online business, as micro SMEs moved online to showcase their products and also services. To expedite short-term economic recovery and also boost Malaysia's long-term economic resilience, digital skilling has become an imperative for the nation. That is also why we aim to help micro SMEs grow their business online with confidence through Mahir Digital Bersama Google, a Grow with Google program in Malaysia. Though we are still in the midst of the pandemic, it is so inspiring to witness the resilience and also creativity of Malaysian SMEs as they strive to advance together. Just like Syed, who started his business, Lampu Cerita, right in the midst of the pandemic.
Saya mula dengan menjual lilin-lilin saya kepada jiran-jiran dan saya sangat bergantung kepada pemasaran mulut ke mulut. Walaupun ada permintaan, ia tak cukup untuk saya tampung kebelanjaan keluarga. Saya nakkan semua pencinta lilin di Malaysia tahu bahawa mereka boleh membeli lilin saya melalui laman web. Tapi saya tak tahu caranya. Syukurlah, saya terjumpa program latihan Mahir Digital bersama Google yang saya boleh hadiri secara percuma dalam talian. Ia memudahkan seseorang macam saya yang masih baru untuk mula dengan Google Ads. Sekarang, bila orang cari Scented Candle Malaysia dalam talian, mereka akan nampak lampu cerita. Pendapatan perniagaan meningkat 70%. Saya bukan saja dapat menampung keluarga, saya juga dapat mengupah pekerja sepenuh masa untuk bantu saya. Saya berasa gembira sebab seluruh dunia dapat membeli lilin wangi semula jadi saya dengan mudah.
Micro SMEs like Lampu Cerita show how tough and hopeful Malaysia's entrepreneurs really are. But we recognize that the pandemic had a dramatic and uneven impact on small businesses in the country. Certain industries and also groups faced greater challenges than others, particularly female, older, and solo-operated business owners. In order to support and also empower the underserved communities in Malaysia, we are supporting Youth Business International through our philanthropic arm, Google.org. Youth Business International will utilize part of the 10.5 million ringgit grant to deliver a rapid response and recovery program in Malaysia, in hope to sustain livelihoods and also support communities that have been hit the hardest by the pandemic. As part of the program, Google employees will also volunteer their time to share their knowledge and also expertise, helping business owners to upskill and adapt to the challenges they're facing. In addition, Google.org is supporting the Asia Foundation with a 13.5 million ringgit grant to extend digital skilling opportunities to the underserved communities in ASEAN. Part of the funds will be utilized to support up to 15,000 Malaysians in the indigenous and underserved communities in the country, also including women-led businesses, underemployed youth, and people with disabilities, so that we can help more Malaysians like Rosmewati, who is living in Daro, Sarawak. She recently joined our session to learn how she can earn additional income by selling her homemade snacks online. By working very closely with our invaluable partners in the government and also industry leaders, I am hopeful that we will remove barriers to achieve an accelerated but also sustainable recovery that is inclusive for everyone to advance together. Next, I would like to invite Geeta from Nestle to share how we collaborate to empower Malaysian women in the pursuit of their dreams.
Thank you, Natalia. Indeed, this pandemic has been challenging for certain segments of the society. A study conducted last year found that Malaysian households headed by single moms or widows are particularly vulnerable, with a 32% unemployment rate compared to the others. Understanding these circumstances, Maggie took on proactive measures to assess the changing needs of women, our consumers, amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, and launched program Mentor Wanita Cukup Berani in partnership with Women Will, a Grow with Google program. Program Mentor Wanita Cukup Berani, Maggie, is deeply rooted in the spirit of tak kenal, tak cinta, never try, never know, to encourage women to step out of their comfort zone and take on new challenges. The program focuses on 3 areas. 1, self-awareness and confidence building. 2, improving business and digital skills. And 3, of course, last but not least, enhancing cooking skills. We have 3 very inspiring women, as our mentors to guide our participants through this mentorship program. They are highly successful in their own fields and share passion for food and cooking. Most importantly, they share Maggie's vision of empowering women to make a positive change in their lives. Since we launched this program last year, we have had 2,000 women, more than 2,000 women who have been trained over 4 workshops. Many of them have experienced positive results to their business, be it revenue or efficiency through digitization, giving them more confidence to start a home-based food and cooking business or improving their existing businesses. As part of our program, we recently unveiled a 6-episode TV reality series, Recipe Berani Maggie, featuring 8 selected finalists whom we call mentees, and these mentees were from the original workshops. The series highlights the transformation and emotional journey of these mentees, which we hope will inspire other women to also bring a positive change for themselves and their loved ones. Let's hear from them.
Saya ni berasal daripada broken family juga. Waktu tu, mak saya keluarkan simpanan dia untuk menanggung kehidupan saya di Kuala Lumpur. Pada saya, umur tu bukan penghalang untuk kita guna teknologi sekarang. Yang kita kena perlu tahu macam mana kita nak seiring dengan trend-trend sekarang ni. Jadi kelemahan saya dekat situ yang sebenarnya yang saya nak belajar.
Sebelum ni saya pernah terfikir jugalah nak mengubah personality diri saya dengan sifat saya yang pemalu ni. Maggi rasa, Maggi cukup rasa. Okey, ini memang penting sekali dalam bahan sebab memang gula ni pun memang dah cukup. Saya rasa ada perubahan dalam diri saya lebih banyak cakap sikit. Dan saya rasa bila dimentor oleh N. Idris, saya dapat perbaiki diri saya.
Apa yang saya nak belajar daripada Sis Sheila Rusdi, cara dia berdepan dengan orang ramai. Confident dia berdepan dengan orang ramai, bercakap dengan orang ramai dengan suara dia yang jelas. Dia berani berkata-kata. Nak tak nak, saya memang kena buat dan saya boleh buat. Saya tak mahu berhati-hati lagi dan saya nak cuba yang lebih berani lagi selepas ini.
Stories like Hidayah's, Bibi's and Miza's and many others have encouraged us to amplify the community impact even further. Together with our partners Google, we will roll out more workshop sessions this year and will be introducing a new module, a brand new masterclass on how to run a food business. This exclusive masterclass is specially tailored for those who are keen to kickstart or improve their current food business. Together with Google, I'm really optimistic that we are on the right track to empower more women to unlock their potential as entrepreneurs in this digital economy and advance together as a nation. Once again, we thank Google. They've been fantastic. Google Malaysia has been fantastic partners for being with us together on this purposeful journey. Now, Dr. Fraser from AlphaBeta will be sharing on how we can unlock Malaysia's potential to becoming a leading digital economy in the region.
Thank you, Geeta, for sharing the empowering stories of women in entrepreneurship. It is heartening to hear how Malaysians have responded with resilience and hope despite the impacts of the pandemic. Digital transformation will be important to boost Malaysia's economic recovery efforts and enhance the long-term resilience of its economy in the post-pandemic future. This year, we are excited to launch our new report entitled Positioning Malaysia as a Regional Leader in the Digital Economy. The report sizes the potential economic value of 40 technology applications for Malaysia. It identifies key actions needed to capture this opportunity and shares how Google has been supporting key stakeholders such as startups and businesses in their digital transformation journeys. There is a significant economic prize attached to accelerating Malaysia's digital transformation. By 2030, digital technologies are expected to create roughly 257 billion ringgit in economic value. To put that in perspective, that's about 17% of Malaysia's GDP today. Of that total opportunity, roughly 72% could be driven by technologies that help businesses and workers mitigate the impacts of COVID-19. For example, My Burger Lab, a Malaysian F&B company, successfully leveraged digital tools such as online advertising to digitize its offering during the pandemic. Beyond managing the immediate impacts of the pandemic, digital transformation will be important to boost the resilience in the post-pandemic future. The use of online e-commerce platforms, for instance, will be crucial to boosting Malaysia's export sector, which was heavily impacted by the crisis. As Malaysia embarks on this journey of digital transformation and growth, there are 3 areas of action that we believe are required for the country to fully capture its digital opportunity. Number 1, facilitating digitalisation in both the public and private sectors. Number 2, building the nation's digital talent. And number 3, promoting digital trade opportunities. Malaysia is already making significant progress in these areas, such as the My Digital Blueprint, and could consider pushing further on some parts of the policy agenda. These include facilitating digitally enabled green recovery efforts to boost resilience in the post-pandemic era. A good example here is Singapore's Green Plan 2030, which promotes the development of new and emerging technologies. Another idea is providing incentives to shift employers' mindsets towards reskilling as a first resort rather than a last resort. An example here is Luxembourg's Digital Skills Bridge program. A further idea is taking a more proactive stance to promote the regional digital trade agenda, such as driving the implementation of the ASEAN Data Management Framework. Our report also looked at how Google has been contributing to these 3 pillars. The report estimates that Google's products bring about a total annual business and consumer benefit of around 40 billion ringgit in economic value. This is equivalent to the annual gross output of Malaysia's real estate industry. Furthermore, Google's products provide benefits to the wider society. By enabling businesses to unlock new revenue streams and expand their businesses through the use of advertising platforms, Google indirectly supports over 31,000 jobs locally. Thank you for your time. I hope that our insights will be very helpful for you in charting Malaysia's digital opportunity. I will now pass the time to Irene Omar, President of AirAsia Digital, who's going to share more about building Malaysia's digital talent.
Thank you, Dr. Fraser. COVID-19 has caused the biggest crisis in aviation history, with many airlines, including AirAsia, badly affected. However, a silver lining is that the pandemic presented AirAsia with the opportunity to fast-track our digital transformation plan from an airline into a bigger ecosystem of travel and lifestyle, logistics, and fintech through AirAsia Digital, which was formerly known as RateBeat Ventures. A few years back, as we were focusing on our digital transformation journey, we observed that tech talent had to be sourced from abroad, and there were insufficient local talents. This sparked the idea to build our own talent pipeline and was the basis of the establishment of RateBeat Academy last year to reskill and upskill our AirAsia All-Stars to fill in the talent gap. In March last year, we collaborated with Google to launch RateBeat Academy internally. Over 1,200 All-Stars enrolled to upskill and reskill themselves. We reskill those who are from non-tech backgrounds to learn tech courses, and we upskill those who have a tech background to learn advanced tech courses. And we're very proud of our All-Stars, including Hazrik and Sophia, who shared and supported our vision in digital transformation and took a step to reskill and upskill themselves.
I believe that careers in tech will be in most demand. I feel like I need to grab the opportunity to be a part of RateBeat Academy to further improve my skills as a data analyst. The ability for me to use complex software such as RStudio and WAM for data analysis and visualizations.
So I've always wanted to be a coder. It's pretty interesting how pieces of digital information can help solve complex problems. And I think the problem with it today is that a lot of people gather data. They have like these mass amounts and they don't know what to do with it. Previously, I always thought these problems were out of my range, but now I am actually solving things in code.
We recognize that if we want Malaysia's economy to thrive in a digital environment, every economic player also has to be digitally savvy. That is why RateBeat Academy has now opened its doors to the public. We want to help Malaysians build the digital skill sets they need to be employed, get jobs, and teach them to be problem solvers. This year, RateBeat Academy is looking at providing reskilling opportunities for thousands of Malaysians. Working with several ministries, we aim to help individuals in the B40 range, unemployed graduates, and even SPM leavers to reskill, upskill themselves with new digital skill sets. We aim to build a future-proof next generation by providing a one-stop service in tech, leadership, and innovation that will be a key catalyst for the digital economy in Malaysia and ASEAN. We hope to continue to embrace our mission to empower, connect, and develop tech talents and ensure that opportunities are available to everyone, especially in providing mentorship and ensuring the best breed of industry-ready professionals and tech problem solvers can overcome the most difficult challenges. Now that the Academy is open for public, covering 5 segments which include our employees, corporate and SMEs, government agencies, universities and colleges, and public individuals, we hope to reskill over 100,000 talents in Malaysia and ASEAN. Essentially, together with Google, we aim to build a sustainable talent pipeline to accelerate the digital transformation and be able to embrace the digital economy in Malaysia and ASEAN. Now, I'll pass the stage back to Mark.
Thank you, Irene, for sharing how we are working together to build the nation's digital talent through RedBeat Academy. This is our second Grow with Google event, but in many ways it still feels like the beginning of our work to create more opportunities for Malaysia through technology. The enormous potential of the digital economy in Malaysia is where we aim to continue helping Malaysians to embrace the new normal and to advance together. In 2021, we will continue to build free and easy to use tools to help micro SMEs engage with their customers online. Secondly, we will work with our collaborators to help businesses of all sizes to make the most of technology. And lastly, to work with partners like MDEC, AirAsia, and Nestle to build digital talent and close the digital skills gap in the country. To learn more about the economic opportunities of the digital transformation in Malaysia and Google's contribution, I would encourage you to check out AlphaBeta's new report. This report finds that if leveraged fully, digital technologies could create an annual economic value of 260 billion ringgit by 2030. Google Malaysia will continue to play our part to ensure all businesses and all of Malaysia can build resilience and recover quickly. Thank you.